As a Hausa person, I am suggesting that Hausa people should be given opportunity and privilege to assess Mr. President at any time. The same way Fulani people are given that opportunity of seeing Mr. President all the time. You see, yesterday, Sultan of Sokoto visited Mr. President in his office, and they discussed about issues of insecurity that is ravaging northern part of Nigeria, Hausa land to be precise. Which it is someone who is Hausa by extraction that is supposed to go and see Mr. President so that he will tell him exactly what the problem of Hausa land is. But actually it is of an unfair treatment to us Hausa people to be represented by Fulani all the time in all these kind of places. Sultan of Sokoto is a member of Miati Allah. Is a chairman board of trustees of this Miati Allah. The same Miati Allah association, that is Pure Fulani association that America is trying to declare as the terrorist group. It is well known to all of us that we know the stance of this. There are forums, the Fulani forums, Miati Allah and what have you. Their stance is that to negotiate with bandits, allow them to go freely with their weapons untouched, build hospitals, schools, take any social amenity for them to enjoy themselves better than the way you, a patriotic Nigerian, is enjoying. Who are the members and sponsors of this, their Fulani forums? It is your governor, my governor, your senator, the former ones and the current ones. You are imams, because all of them are the members of this, their Fulani forums. They never thought of, okay, let us help our Hausa people to build their own Hausa forums. None of them ever thought about this. None of them. Okay, Nazwa. So now tell me, my brother, what will become the fate of our national security if I tell you that the people who are advising president on security matters are all the members of this Fulani forum that we are talking about?
I mean, how can people, listen, how can people say that there is no violence, that these people that are committing violence against people are not real Muslims? How did Usman Danfodio conquer northern Nigeria? How did he conquer northern Nigeria? How did Usman Danfodio, when he came, people were already Muslims. He was still angry that they were not Muslims enough. He was angry that they were not Muslims enough and waged war, murdering millions of people for no reason other than not accepting Islam. But these same people who have taken land by blood just because the people there refuse, where you refuse, they come with war. So how can that be a religion of peace? If I refuse your religion and you come and subdue me because I refuse by violence and war in a land that is not your own, is this Usman Danfodio's father's land? This is Africa. The people of northern Nigeria, the Hausa tribes of northern Nigeria, said they want to keep the only people he could not conquer was the Borno people, because the Borno Empire was well organized. They resisted him. They beat him up. That's why till today there's still a shehu of Borno, not an emir. And that's why Boko Haram is there, number one place. They are not in Sokoto, destroying Sokoto. They are in Borno, continuing their imperialist mission to subdue that place and put an emir. What is anybody telling me here? Religion of peace? Okay. So now, let me look into the Quran, in English translation, because I'm sorry, I don't have Arabic translation. I have never, really, the way I read English Bible and claim to officially talk to anybody about it, I don't do that with, because, you have to learn Arabic, and I don't want to learn that. But they are English translations. So let me read from the Quran, how, Allah thinks infidels should be treated peacefully. Let's see this peaceful treatment, And I'm coming to, after the Quran, we will not discuss the Hadiths, because many of you that listen to these liars, these moderate liars, that they call themselves moderate Islamists that do nothing, but secretly happy that their religion is winning. In their mind, they're happy. Don't deal with and talk to Muhammad anyhow. You don't have to say, no. We don't believe in this killing. Anyway, you guys calm down. We'll discuss the hadith. Let people come and talk to us about the hadiths. Because you see, the hadiths are the stories, the tales, the acts, the actions of the prophet himself by the people closest to him. So apart from the Quran, when people interpret the Quran, they use the hadith. That's how they are able to interpret the Quran, by seeing what Muhammad did in that same situation, what he said to his people about that passage. So they have the corresponding text. You understand? These are the doctrines. Let me say it this way. Hadith are maybe like the doctrines, like the gospels of Muhammad. Exactly. The gospels. You know, that way is the gospels that make the Old Testament the Bible. The gospels of Jesus and the New Testament makes the Torah the Bible. So this is how the hadith, is the gospels of Muhammad. What he did, what he said. So it is in this hadith that people can see what the prophet said about people, how he acted. You understand? Anyway, quickly, let me give you some of the sayings in this hadith. In the hadith, it says, jihad is your duty under any ruler, be he godly or wicked. A single endeavor of fighting in Allah's cause in the forenoon or in the afternoon is better than the world and whatever is in it. A day and night fighting on the frontier is better than a month of fasting and prayer. No buys and finds good from Allah in the hereafter would wish to come back to this world, even if you are given the whole world and whatever is in it, except the martyr, who, on seeing the superiority of martyrdom, would like to come back to the world again in Allah's cause. He who dies without having taken part in a campaign dies in a kind of unbelief. Paradise is in the shadow of swords. Are you listening to me like this? They say, without having taken part in a campaign, that unbelief. When you see these boys jubilating at the killed, for them that is a campaign. They have fought for Allah. They are now full Muslims. I'll still read from the Quran itself. I'll still read from the Quran itself. Don't get me twisted. When you are hearing jihad, all these things, all these extremists blowing, it is not the poor Muslims that are arranging it and planning it and funding it. No. It is the rich Muslims that will come out and tell you that they are moderate. They are the ones behind teaching. These scholars, go and listen to them. So many violent scholars in the north, spewing hateful rhetoric in the mosque. Nobody stops them. Telling people that they must die for Allah if anybody. Did you hear what the cleric said yesterday? The cleric, go and look at this young stupid one that said he only had 83 million. Who donated 83 million for that one to do presidential campaign? He said insulting the prophet is the red line. This is somebody that wanted to rule Nigeria. He said they have red line. So you understand? This red line war, this is a presidential aspirant. It is how they have been taught by this praise, these scholars that they all look up to.
I am worried as a journalist that in this time and age, when the social media has democratized access to information, that people are using the same media to deny reality. And people are exaggerating what the President of the United States has promised to do. He only promised to help us deal with terrorists who have been dealing with Christians in this place. He didn't say in any tweet anywhere that he was coming to invade Nigeria for anything.
I don't think so.
But the people are now using the media to say, oh, he's interested in our oil. It's an economic issue. Why did he want to do it? They did this one in Libya. They did this in Iraq. They did this in, why is he interested? And he has failed. And they are using the same media to get even some people who have become crisis merchants in Nigeria to be using misinformation and disinformation. And they are making us to believe that we do not like the president, that they are targeting the president. No. This problem began long before even 2009 when Boko Haram manifested itself.
True.
It began before that. But since that way, it has become an international dimension. So many things have happened that people are now denying. And people denying that, oh, there was no Christian, there has been no genocide on Christians. If we want to begin primarily, my brother, where is Leah Sharibu since 2018? Of 113 captives. Like that. She was singled out because she denied her faith.
Yeah, they refused to release.
She refused to, they wanted her to deny her faith. They refused to release her till date. You attended so many media security meetings, even under Buhari, where I asked this question more than 5 times. Where is there? They have been promising. They left her because she's a Christian. We heard that she's given birth. Her father is still in the police force.
Wow.
It was this same Reno Omokri who found out when there was a Reno Omokri. He was the one who found out about the identity of her father, that is actually from Adamawa State, a Christian from Adamawa State, serving in Yobe State. And the mother was there, who had been, the President Buhari promised everybody that she will be released. It's still not really, nobody knows her whereabouts. What happened to Deborah in Sokoto College of Education, who thanked God online for enabling her to finish her exam as any Christian would have done? They stoned her to death in this same country. And even lawyers were trooped out to say we will break out from MBA if we will not allow us to defend the people who stoned her to death. No one is in detention. Nobody has been prosecuted. What happened? So many things have happened like that. Why are there so many people who want to deny that we do not have IDP camps? There are so many of them in this Abuja. So many of them in the places, 2 states that they have targeted, Benue and Plateau, Christian dominated. You know the place of Jos as the capital of Plateau State, even in Christendom here. You know that Benue State too is Christian dominated. Why do terrorists target Christians in that place? Why do they allow, what happened to all those people in IDP camps who occupied their natural habitat, the place God the Almighty gave them to live? Why can't they return? Who are the people occupying those places? So this thing is so complex, but as a journalist, we are not allowed to do contextual reporting of all these things, to bring out facts of those people, the villages they have destroyed, people they have killed. There are videos of pregnant women they have killed.
They shattered the pregnancy.
And all those things. They say nothing happened here. So these are issues. I think it's not about President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He inherited all this problem. He began in earnest in 2009 when Boko Haram story became international. But since that time, a lot of things have happened. Then our armed forces, we know their capacity. But you look at the budget of this 6.5 trillion, even in this year's budget, suddenly, so defense budget takes the lion's share of our budget at a time.
Over 12%. Yes,
over 12%. That we need this one for critical infrastructure. There's somebody somewhere, president of the United States, of Republican Party, and you know their principles. They are conservative people. They were the people who influenced even the writing of their constitution, and the constitution they put in God we trust. So they don't deny it. That is what they defend wherever Christians are traumatized and molested anywhere in the world. And he has said this one, no, this one we have had. You know, you recall that even in 2018, or thereabouts, even it was President Buhari himself who revealed in a private meeting he had with President in his first term.
That was the first time, yes.
First term. that we had that they are slaughtering Christians in your country. He said, no, sir. It was President Buhari himself who revealed it. It didn't start yesterday. Why are they denying this thing and saying that we should not take out terrorists in this place, that we should negotiate with them? Where in the world will you bring terrorists that you say you are looking for to be negotiating with them, to hold meeting in their gun? Who approved the guns they carried to meeting in Kasina for them? This is our country. It's not about President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He has tried all that he can do to end this thing. We have seen revelation where people were talking about how the then president, Goodluck Jonathan, brought in machinery and he was trying to finish the job.
Yeah.
And they stopped him because they didn't want crisis merchants in this country, and people who do not love this country are denying reality.
Okay, so Mr. Oloja, we also have inside information, although we won't mention names, that there are people in the Nigerian military who want to finish the terrorists, and that they were restrained by political appointees in this government. It's been reported, for instance, that there was a time they almost got Bello Turji within their range, but they were altered, and several other instances like that. What that tells me is that it's either there is no courage or sufficient courage inside government, or there is collusion. How can the president solve that situation? Because we can't have two sets of standard.
So we are saying in the media, we are saying through this medium that Mr. President should summon up courage.
Yeah.
Should have the political will to discern this fact that there are some people who do not want these crises to end. I call them, what others have called them, crisis merchants. I do not believe that we do not have capacity in the military to crush this. We have had this thing you are saying, that a particular security chief insisted that these people must be crushed, and that there's another superior person who is trying to protect a territory and a race.
Yeah.
Because the person will not like this thing to end, and then Mr. President, who is a politician who also will face re-election, he is trying to buy into it, and they have removed a particular security chief that we have had. This is Nigeria. This is about our country.
Yeah.
Because that person is insisting that these people must be crushed. And now another person is saying, no, let us negotiate with them. They listen to Sheikh Gumi, who is saying that we should be negotiating with them, who is always sitting down with them.
This is the same Sheikh Gumi who went to Saudi Arabia. And they said that the man is a security threat. And then they didn't allow him to come and do his pilgrimage. They sent him back home.
They sent him back home. And it is only in Nigeria that kind of person will be given media space to be repeating the fact that these terrorists are not bad people, that we need to negotiate with them. And then they will invite them into a meeting with their guns. And then the security people will be guarding them. And they will enter their buses and they will drive away like that. And the following day, they will gather before Mr. President to say, this is what we are doing. Mr. President will tell them to crush them, do away with them. But they have been holding meetings with them. Because of the advice of a particular security chief. It's about our country. It's not about anybody.
It is not.
What we are saying is that they should not give us the narrative that this thing does not exist. Let us straighten the matter.
Right.
We do not want President Trump to come and invade this place.
Right.
What we are saying is that Mr. President should do the right thing by getting security people to crush these people. People who are protecting them are enemies of the state, are they enemies of Nigeria.
Right.
People who are advising that Mr. President should be negotiating with these terrorists. Trump is saying that, look, enough is enough of crushing Christians like that with impunity. In a particular December, they burned St. Teresa Church in Abuja here, at the border here. They have burned so many churches in our war. They went there Are they Christians that went to invade the church and killed so many people?
Well,
and so many churches like that where they have destroyed even all these assets, even and human beings in Benue, in Plateau, in so many other places in Nigeria like that. It is not about saying, oh, they have killed Christians, they have killed Muslims. That is, it is collateral damage, where you heard that they have killed the Muslims. It is those Muslims who didn't believe in the fundamental objective of terrorists. They killed them. Okay. And we are now saying that, oh, no. We are saying, look, we know that we have a responsibility to defend our country. We have a responsibility to stand by the government of our country. But enough should be enough. If we have an authority that is higher, that is saying we are coming to help you. Let me ask a question. Who is afraid of this help from Donald Trump?
Good day to our viewers all over the world and welcome back to Local Journal. We've listened to what Nigerians are saying about these people. The Fulani people are the problem we have in Nigeria. And honestly, until these people are tamed, until these people are put in their place, there is no way we are going to have peace in Nigeria, because these people are hell-bent on causing us pain in this country. Anywhere you go to, the whole problem you are having, anywhere you talk about the problems you are having, you will trace it to a Fulani man, because they are the only one who are causing this problem just in a bid to take over this country and make it their own. They are waging jihad, they are causing all sorts of mayhem in the Middle Belt, and they are also the cause of the whole insecurity, banditry, and everything going on in the whole of Nigeria. We cannot continue to fold our arms like this and watch helplessly. If we continue this way, there is no way it's going to all go well with this country, because these people, they've done more than enough already, and it's high time Nigeria calls off their bluff. The president needs to wake up to his responsibility, because if you look at the pattern of people challenging and people who are against Mr. Trump's and America's assistance and intervention in Nigeria, you will see that the particular pattern is what the Fulanis and their leaders are defending and buying into, to ensure that President Trump does not invade Nigeria to solve the problems we are having. The problem we're having, it's a very difficult one, and I don't think even President Bola Ahmed Tinubu can solve this problem. And a higher authority who has everything it takes, who has all it takes, and the requisite technology to solve this problem, are saying that they want to come and help us, because they said it's actually because of the killing of Christians they are coming. It's the thing that is angering these northern people, because they feel it's a challenge and it's a slap on Islam in this country, and that's the reason why they are saying that they don't want President Trump to come and assist Nigeria. A whole lot of Nigerians want President Trump to come into Nigeria to come and assist us, to help us tackle our insecurity, because it's almost 3 decades since this insecurity started in Nigeria, and it keeps on going and going on every day. It keeps on increasing every year, and it keeps on deteriorating every year. We have so many sects of terrorist organizations now, and if care is not taken, it might consume the whole of the country before help comes. And since help is around the corner now, and President Trump wants to help, why don't we just allow President Trump to come into Nigeria to help us and help us solve this problem we are having? A good and vast majority of Nigerians who mean well for this country want President Trump to come into Nigeria to help and assist Nigeria. But those ones who are not interested in the help the US is about rendering Nigeria, they can go and sleep. They can do their worst, because what we know is that we will continue to support America, and we will continue to support President Trump to come into Nigeria to help us and salvage this whole insecurity issue that we're having, so that peaceful Nigerians, peace-loving Nigerians can stay and have peace in their country without having to be scared of seeing the next day. This is my opinion on this. Can you drop what you think about this in the comment section? And if today is your first time to visit our channel, please kindly like, share, and subscribe to our channel.